Held at the Museum of Photographic Arts in Balboa Park, the 13th annual San Diego Arab Film Festival starts April 12th and runs through the 21st.
So it's a science fiction documentary which I co-directed with an American filmmaker, New York-based Sarah Friedland.
Rami Yunus is the co-director of Lid, the closing night feature film at the festival. He spoke to KPBS from where he lives, Haifa, Israel, and said work for this project began back in 2016.
We wanted to tell the story of my hometown of Lid, which is a city that was occupied in 1948. It used to be the city that connected Palestine to the world because it had an international airport. Trains would depart from there to Lebanon, to Cairo, back when the borders were open.
Lid is one of many films that will be featured at this year's festival. There will be 8 screenings in all, each showcasing one feature film and one short film from across the Arab world. Several films at this year's festival revolve around ongoing conflict.
We are stepping more into representing Palestinian filmmaking because of what's happening in Gaza and in the West Bank and in Jerusalem.
Basma Darwish is a local San Diegan and festival organizer. She's also originally from Palestine herself. Darwish says the festival has grown and changed over the years, and the films are about much more than struggle.
The artists are exploring more creatively and just stepping out of telling the story of trauma and occupation.
Larry Christian is president of Karama, a nonprofit organization that focuses on issues of the Arab and Islamic world. They put on the festival.
We want to provide a focal point for the community to show itself and be proud of itself.
Christian says outside of Palestine, this year's festival features films from countries including Syria, Tunisia, Morocco, and Lebanon.
Film also is a way to show people realistic depictions of Arab people and culture in a way that printed pages and other things don't do.
Darwish says some of this year's films are relatable to her own experience growing up, something not commonly seen in U.S. cinema.
My mom told me stories often about this beautiful place called Palestine. And that was what explained my name and our food and the smell in our home and the sound of the Quran on Fridays.
She says the films help to share Arab identity, defy stereotypes, and provide a voice for the marginalized.
It's really important to see yourself represented on screen, in society, as culturally relevant. And for me, as an Arab female, it's been a beautiful experience to both view the films on screen at the Museum of Photographic Arts and also to be part of making that happen.
Yunus says his film depicts multiple pasts, presents, and futures of the modern-day Israeli city now known as Lod.
In our film, there are Jews, Christians, and Muslims living in one place without the occupation. It's not a utopia, but it is also not an occupied, unjust place.
He says even getting the film made was challenging due to the ongoing conflict. Yunus hopes the sci-fi documentary makes people reflect.
No one can take away your imagination. That's one thing that can be occupied, And if you don't imagine, you're doomed to live the reality that was created in someone else's imagination.
Tickets are on sale now online or at the door if they're not yet sold out. And Arabic dinners will be available each evening. More information can be found at sandiegoaff.org. Jacob Ayer, KPBS News.